It's your boy Black Thought, and let me say just really quick, guys, I need to issue you an apology. So, in a in my first video, I stated that Claudette Colvin was the Rosa Parks before Rosa Parks because Claudette Colvin had refused to give up her seat on the bus before Rosa. And I need to apologize because Claudette Colvin wasn't the first to do it like I thought. I'm so sorry, but I know who the first was, and I'm going to tell you right about now. So as it turns out, there was someone before Rosa Parks, Claudette Colvin, and then someone before Claudette Colvin. Her name is Irene Morgan. She actually refused to give up her seat on the bus, I think 11 years before Rosa Parks. And no one knows about her. So that's why I'm talking about her on today's episode of Untold Heroes of Black History. So here's how her story begins. See, Irene Morgan was actually recovering from a miscarriage, and while recovering, she went on a bus from, I believe, Virginia to Baltimore, Maryland. And on her way there, about 30 minutes throughout the ride, what ended up happening was a white couple got on the bus, and when they got on the bus, they went back to the colored section where Irene was sitting. I don't even think I mentioned that. She was sitting in the colored section. They went back to the colored section and said, "Yo, we want your chair." Now, Irene Morgan, see, they didn't know, but Irene Morgan, she had time.
Yeah, I got time, cuz.
She had time that day. She said, "Nah, y'all ain't getting my chair. I'm in the black section. This is my spot. I'm not giving it up." So she refused. And what did the bus driver do? This man drove straight to the local prison. What a snitch. But anyways, so once he got everyone to the prison, a warden stepped on the bus, and warden man was like, "Yo man, you gonna give up your chair. You gonna give up your chair. Or you coming with us." She said, "I ain't giving nothing up." So then the warden handed her a warrant for her arrest, said, "Here you go." And you know what she did? Right in front of the warrant, right in front of the people that want to take her bus, right in front of the bus driver, she ripped that puppy up and said, "Nah, you got me
Watch your profanity.
messed up." She a G. So anyways, obviously what happens next is the police slash warden tried to get her off the bus. So they grabbing her, they pulling on her. She pop, 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 what? She throwing hands, bobbing and weaving. Pop, pop. And then obviously they get her off and they jail her. Saw that coming. Once they get to court, she pleads not guilty to violating the racist segregation laws. I do want to remind you, she was sitting in the colored section. So she pled not guilty. And not only that, see, she lost the case the first time. But then she took them suckers to the Supreme Court. She appealed it. And guess who she got as her lawyer in the Supreme Court? Good old Thurgood Marshall. I don't know what you know about Thurgood Marshall, but that man is a legend. First and foremost, he went to the Supreme Court 32 times. He won 29 of his cases. This man's win-to-loss ratio is insane. I don't even think another lawyer has done that since, let alone argue 32 cases in the Supreme Court. So, in the Supreme Court, they argue it, and she wins in the Supreme Court. In fact, the opinion of the Supreme Court and what was handed down was that segregation violated the constitutional protection of interstate commerce, meaning segregation was illegal. This happened, however, it was never really enforced. In fact, the South was like, to hell with it, we don't care. And the North, we ain't gonna get into that. But the point is, it was never enforced. And so this just kind of happened. And it was a big slap to the South, but at the same time, as I said, they weren't enforcing it. That being said, what ended up happening was a lot of black people and a lot of white allies were actually getting on buses and trains, riding all through the South. And as they would ride, they sang a song. And here goes the song. You don't have to ride Jim Crow. Get on the bus. Sit in any place. Because Irene Morgan won her case. Get on the bus. Sit in any place. Because Irene Morgan won her. I said, Irene Morgan won her. I said, Irene Morgan won her case. Boom! And that is the story of Irene Morgan, the Rosa, before Rosa, before Rosa. Thanks for watching. Oh, follow me on Instagram at Black Thought. Check out my website, blackthought.com. And if you like the video, like, comment, subscribe. You already know what time it is. Peace.